Hello everyone, Yuki here again with another video. I just picked up one of these Mayflash Fight Sticks F300. And the reason I picked it up is because this stick actually plays on a whole bunch of different platforms. Natively, it will support PC, Android, PS3, and Switch. And that's pretty good right there that it has Switch support, was added in the latest firmware. But it does have a feature on it where you see that little USB right there. Well, it kind of acts like a pass-through for other consoles that have security on their peripherals, namely PS4, 360, and Xbox One. So I was able to test out PS4. It works flawlessly. There's no timeout. There's no lag or latency or anything of that issue. And I tried it out on PC as well, and it works pretty nice. And it has options for, I don't know if you guys can see that here, but you do have the option for X input, direct input, and console mode. You could use XY or D-pad, turbo, and you have your home button, and you have your select / back or even share button. And there's your start button. So, how does this stick compare? Well, I picked this stick up for about 60 bucks. And the fact that it could work on all these different platforms makes it worthwhile. But the nice thing about it is, it's very moddable. Now, this stick has been modded. I put in a Hori Hayabusa stick that I had laying around that came in with another stick that I bought. And it actually works pretty well. Fits right in. I mean, it's basically a replacement for whatever stock stick they had in there, which wasn't terrible, but I knew once what I touched, and I was like, okay, I'm taking this out. And I changed all the buttons to Sanwa buttons, as you can see here. They're all Sanwa, and they're pretty good. They work very well. So the stick is small. It doesn't have the weight of, say, a TE stick like I do up there. But it's portable, and you could use it on a whole bunch of platforms. This is what I plan on buying, because a couple weeks ago I was at a meetup, and they were trying to play Street Fighter 30th Anniversary on the Switch, and my stick for some reason wasn't working on it, even though it was in GameCube compatible mode. So I said, well, I'm not going to go through that again. So picking up this stick, it's nice now because I can even play PlayStation 4 or Xbox One, but not many people play Xbox One fighting games. But, you know, if it does come up, hey, I can play Killer Instinct. There you go. Overall, the stick is cheap. Has like a metal frame on top. It's not too bad. It has on the bottom. It's got some foot padding, some rubber padding there, so you can even add some feet if you want to add some feet to it. I mean, it's not terrible. I mean, they thought some stuff. I looked inside when I was doing the mods. It's very clean. It's got a 1 PCB down below. And it's set up great for a 5-pin harness, which is what the Hayabusa uses, just like a lot of the Sanwa, the Saimetsu parts. And it's pretty simple to change. I mean, it only took me like 20 minutes to change the buttons out and everything. It's that easy to mod out. So if you have the spare parts, the PCB and this stick alone is probably well worth it. It comes with a little cable strap that's, you know, attached to it, so you can stow that away. It doesn't have any compartment like a TE does. But if you line this up and you ratchet it up, it's pretty identical. The only difference, I would say, the distance between the lever and the buttons is a little smaller than up here. I'd say about 1/4 of an inch. You get a little more room here as opposed to the gap between these two here. For people with bigger hands, that might be an issue, especially since you don't have a place to put your hand over here. You know, you're kind of like off when you're playing on it, but I don't have that issue myself. I have large hands, but it's not, you know, I'm used to playing the arcade, which was all stand-up anyway, so you didn't really put your wrist in any more like a gorilla position as opposed to playing like a wine cup position. But, yeah, the Mayflash is a pretty decent stick. Like I said, it's very compatible. Once you put the modded parts in, basically without feeling this, once you put the modded parts in, it feels just like any other current stick out there that has Sanwa parts, so you're not really losing a lot. So I highly recommend this stick for the price, especially for beginners out there who don't want to invest $200 to $300 on a whole bunch of sticks. This one stick will get you by. I don't know if this stick is tournament legal because of the whole pass-through feature, but I don't see how that would be an issue, being that you're just wiring it to the console itself, and then you take the controller and put it through that little USB, and then that passes the authentication. And there's no timeouts that I saw. I played it on Dead or Alive 5 for PS4 and didn't have any issues whatsoever. Well, anyway, guys, just wanted to put a little review out there for this stick. I'll give it a lot of use over the next coming weeks. If I have any issues, I will chime in about it. But yeah, if you got the Sanwa parts, or you're looking for a PCB that you can play on Switch and PS4 together, well, this is well worth a try. All right, guys, take care.